8 in the morning. We're loading up to go to Johnnie TV. Going to find him. Folding shirts. Loading up our cue cards.
Farting it up.
Our release forms. Our green screen. Extra tapes. Monopod.
Yeah, let's not forget
Bring the tripods.
Oh shit, okay, we're really going now?
Yeah.
Okay. Shoddy.
Friends.
Somewhere, not to go meet some fucking guy on YouTube that we've only corresponded with a handful of times, and whose doppelganger could be a slightly deranged Steve Albini. It's just such a strange thing to do on a whim and a prayer.
I'm glad you're not doing it by yourself, though.
Yeah,
that's dangerous shit. You could get butt raped out there.
Aaron,
remember, I don't want to know.
What has Sean told you about this guy?
I've had him tell me nothing other than, really all I know is that he's some guy on YouTube that pulls his shirt up and says, shirts on, shirts off, or something like that. I haven't seen him. I don't know I've never seen one of his videos.
What do you think this is? I mean, what do you expect? I mean,
I don't know. See, that's the fun thing.
Mark, what do you think's gonna happen?
I have no fucking clue.
I mean,
honestly,
what would you
no
like to
fucking
happen?
clue.
do you think it's his real address?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
House or an apartment?
Apartment.
Pretty good.
Turn to your right or your left. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I hope he doesn't kick us out, man.
I'll fucking kick his ass if he kicks us out. That'll make it interesting, won't it?
22 miles till Johnnie TV.
Hey, Johnnie TV!
Johnnie TV.
Johnnie. 6 miles, 6 exits. Holy shit.
Oh shit, is this it?
Holy shit. Okay, and we're looking to make a right on Rocker. Rocker. Now we're gonna make our next is a left on Rocker. Now we're gonna make a right on Rocker.
There it is.
There it is, right here. Oh shit. 13, yeah, 29. Oh shit. Oh shit. 13, 45.
Apartment complex.
It's gotta be an apartment.
It's gonna be on the right side.
And there it is right there.
Y'all had some kind of surprise for me because I seen that in one of the comments. I just didn't know what it was, but
Well, we figured we were close enough to come and pop in, see if you were going to be home, see if you wanted to do an interview.
hey, whatever y'all boys want to do, I'm game for it.
Awesome.
Footage. We brought you a couple of goodies here. We made you a banner for your
wall when you're shooting.
Hey, alright, how amazing. Hey, can I get my picture made with that?
You certainly can.
Alright.
You certainly can. Yeah, Johnnie TV.
The Johnny, though, comes from my dad. His name was John Paul. He never liked to be referred to as Johnny. In fact, the only person I ever heard him called Johnny was my mother. He would tell you his name was John. I reckon Johnny was a kid's name to him or something. He just didn't prefer that. But anyway, due to the fact that my mother called him Johnny, and you know, Johnny is a kid name, and I guess Johnnie TV is part of the kid in me.
Is it also? Do you also kind of think of it as a like a homage to your dad and things?
I guess maybe in a way. I don't know if I'm sure you've seen the card. Both my parents are passed now,
Right.
and
I left you a comment on it actually. That every time I saw it, it reminded me of people that we lost that aren't able to see our work or yours or
Right. Well, like I say, it's just I wish they had got to see some of my work, and I hope that it can be successful, and I hope it'll be something that would make my parents proud of. She has played no part in any of this. I can't even get a kind word out of her about it. I mean, she's turning her back toward the whole Johnnie TV thing, and I'm trying my best. If nothing else, a little support out of her would be nice. But I'm hoping that she sees her dad gain a little popularity, she'll come around. But if the light's shining on me, some of it, she's going to be standing in the shadows.
Exactly.
And she's already told me, she said, I don't want to stand in your shadows, Dad. And, so we're having real troubles there, but I'm hoping we get all that worked out in time. I know she was happy when we received the chili pepper ticket.
How old are you here?
I don't know.
Two?
Pretty young. Two.
This was really the
Oh,
last
man.
family photo we had as such before my father passed away. I'm sure y'all seen that
Yeah.
in the videos. And that, needless to say, that's the grandparents.
Look at these glasses you got here.
They're
The
great.
amber-colored ones.
They're cool.
Rose cut. I got a half-sister I'm really close to, but she did, I will say this, she has offered, anything I can do to help, I'll help, but she thinks the whole thing's just a waste of time, and Johnnie TV is going nowhere, and I need to go out and get a real job. Basically, it's the same thing from her. It was Christmas time, and I was wanting to do some stuff in front of the Christmas tree, like over at my stepmother's house. Nope.
We're having it.
We're not filming nothing in my house. I'm just getting no support from the family that I would think that, but I'm hoping as it becomes more successful. I remember my sister even flat out told me one time, she said it was embarrassing. She says people are just tuning in to see what an idiot you are. The thing is, I don't care why people tune in. I just want them to tune in. That's the bottom line. Why they're tuning in, Don't matter to me, because as long as they're tuning in, somebody's going to pay Johnny to wear that t-shirt. She don't really know anything about it per se. She don't got a clue. She's 87 years old. She's never used a computer. I said I was on the computer. That's foreign to her. She's got no concept to any of it. But I'm hoping if maybe one of these days I make it on the television, she'll have a chance to see, and that would be something that she could, roll into success.
Yeah.
I'm close to her. She lives 1.4 miles down the road, and I try to see her on a daily basis. If y'all hadn't drove up when y'all had her, we'd have probably been down the road. My grandfather passed away in '86. Be 21 years ago. No, he passed away in '87. It'll be 20 in June. So she spent a lot of years out there by herself, and I try to do all I can to go out there and see about my granny. I'm real close with my granny, and I don't know what I would do without her. It was a Thursday afternoon. It was her last day of school. I had a 7-day break from work. We was headed to the Keys. We got about 4 hours down the road. She was a fairly inexperienced driver. I'm laid back with my feet up on the dash, sound asleep. Next thing I know, she's slamming a guardrail. The car's rolling. I broke my leg. She got, thank the heavens above, she was seen, treated, and released. I broke my leg, and they've had to put a rod in my leg. I seem to be much better now. But to make the long story short, been off from work for quite a while. Been drawing a little disability. Not broke or anything. But it's allowed me a lot of time off work, and that was how I got started in this. I'll have to go back to work, obviously, at some point before too long. The company's holding my job I work with. Matter of fact, here about 3 weeks ago, I went back and worked for about a half a day, and I was still having a lot of trouble with the bending and squatting and stooping. So I went back to the doctor, and he told me to take off for 8 more weeks. So it'll be 8 more weeks at least before I can go back to work. So, but obviously that'll give me 8 more weeks to work on this. Obviously there's no way I can sit around and shoot 10 to 15 videos a day and work.
Yeah.
Too. So at some point I'm going to have to make a decision. Do I want to go with Johnny Television, or do I want to go back and work in the factory? And I'm hoping that by the time it comes for me to make that decision, I'll be in a position where I can say, hey, I'll just go with the Johnny TV. They see me doing these video responses, and so when I get up in the morning, I've got 50 people that have sent me videos, want me to review them. Obviously, I can't review but 10 or 15 a day. So that, you got to kind of draw a line there. And then too, are any of the 50 that was sent to me going to be getting enough hits where I need to be doing the top viewed stuff where you see, so I've got to try to balance all that out. And, but hey, for $100 or even $25, I bet you could get you. So, I might look at some point charging people for video reviews. Don't know if I could ever do that, or, but if I'm getting, obviously, if I've got 50 people wanting their videos reviewed, and I can't do but 10, obviously the people that's throwing out the t-shirts, theirs going to come first.